What is up? It is Moff Dog, and we're just gonna rip a box of Riftbound. I know there's a handful of videos out there, lots of people ripping the product. I've only had one pre-order shipped to me. I've tried to pre-order 6 boxes, and only one is shipped so far. So, did the tour in town today and found the cheapest box yet at my LGS. They limited one per person, but I was there right at open, and there was a line of people after me. I opened 3 packs from a GameStop. I didn't buy all the packs or everything I could because I wanted to leave some for other people because this stuff is hard to get. And yeah. So super excited, been waiting a while for this. In the 3 packs from GameStop, I got a Cathian Rain, so that's a really nice hit. Super playable card from the Kaisa deck. Done with the commons, we got a hit coming up here. Commander Aledros. There's the first rare. Siphon Power. First epic from the box. Cards look great, other than the fraying around the top edges and even the top of the sides. And I don't think the pack is supposed to work like that, is it? Am I not supposed to have 2 rares in an epic? So is that one of their errors? You got 3 uncommons, a reverse foil common, a rare, and an epic. But yeah. So EB Games, the first pack I actually opened from the sleeve packs, it only had 1 rare in it, no other hits. So that was a bummer. Cathian Rain made up for it, more than paid for the 3 packs. I think everything playable I'm going to sell on my eBay store because I'm trying to focus on getting all that off the ground. Uncommon. Alright, reverse foil Paka Cub, hidden. Hide now for... So does that mean you just recycle any rune? And later you can react with it for 0? Ooh! First rare Kaisa. And Karma, not bad. I take that. Anything else? No room. So move this out of the way. I'll give people sort of view of what's going on down here. So yeah, let me know in the comments right now as we grab another pack if you've opened anything, if you've had pre-order successfully, if you've had trouble getting product. I think a lot of people don't know about the game, so it's a little bit easier. I know you can still find it online for $2.50 Canadian from online shops. Did any of you get the World Champs bundle? I did pre-order 2. That was a gong show. It took me, I was right on at the 9 a.m. Pacific. And it took me 20 minutes to get an order through. And then after I got my order through, they were out of stock. So I can imagine that was frustrating for a lot of people. Unfortunately, I know it was easy to add it to cart. That was fine. But then when you go to checkout, it wouldn't like display the shipping options or the cost or anything, so that you could select a shipping option, payment, and proceed. So I had to keep erasing like a letter from the postal code or zip code and putting it back in, and that would refresh, and I probably did it 20 or 30 times. It was a nightmare. But look at the fraying. Like, guys, that's just so bad. I did. Ooh. There's our first alt art. And it's an overnumbered volley bear. Awesome. I got this in Chinese and it's beautiful. Doesn't appear to be as or any fraying at the top. Gorgeous. That's a big hit. We take those. We take those. Kind of funny to pull the one overnumbered card in Chinese and English. But no complaints. Overnumbered cards are like 1 in 3 booster boxes, so this box is already coming out ahead. I'd love an overnumbered signature, but lots of time for that to happen in the future. I was contemplating saving cards and building a deck. Tasty Feyfolk. Tryndamere. So we expect, my understanding is the average is 2 alternate arts a box. I saw lots of people rip boxes and get 2 alt arts and a alt art rune, so I'm not sure if the runes count towards that pull rate. We'll skip the comments. Portal Rescue. Solari Chief Wallop. I think we've got something else in this. Buy. Recycle 1 from your trash. Give me +1. I can move from battlefield to battlefield ganking. Interesting. Sorry, I should be paying attention to the focus on this. And nice. That's just the rare legend card for set. Pretty gorgeous, honestly. They knocked it out of the park with these legend cards. It really feels like a hit. They're just so pretty. We're going to keep Kaisa there. And we'll take these rares out. Not bad at all so far. I forget how many, if leader cards are seeded in boxes or not. But I think we kind of need to have a conversation about Riftbound and what's going on here. Like, QC on all the commons, uncommons, and rares seems abysmal, right? So that's discouraging and frustrating, of course, especially for people that are collecting. Is that a rune coming up? Epic. Zenith Blade. Leonis. Pretty cool. Regular rune. So QC seems rough. The launches on their websites could certainly go better. It's really just to get on at just before the time of launch and keep hitting refresh or follow the link until you can get through, add to cart, and try to get it through as fast as you can. It'd be nice for them to implement a queue system. I like that they have bonuses linked to your ride account for like the games. So if you buy something, you are getting like bonus emotes and stuff like that. Here's another epic coming. Invert timelines. Each player discards their hand and draws 4. Interesting. I have not seen that card before. So we've hit, what? 3 epics already? I think there's, is it 4 or 6 in a box? I don't memorize that tier. But already, like, honestly, this is a more enjoyable opening experience than I think Star Wars and Lorcana. So that's a huge pro with Riftbound. Gotta get through these hurdles with quality control. I'm a donkey dropping cards. Darius. Ooh, nice. Shanks in English. Okay, and we got the alt art rune. Let's go. And this is what we're talking about with QC. Look at that top edge. It reminds me of Pokemon when the trainer galleries first came out, they had frayed edges like that, and wispy sort of whiskers almost on them. And it was just, it was so bad. I'm not sure who Riot uses for printing. The UBS, is that who? Do they have their own printing facilities, or do they get it printed elsewhere? I'd be interested to know. It's great that Riot obviously is trying to address the supply issues, but thankfully I think this game's just kind of getting started. The more people that find out about it, hear about it, they will. Ooh, Wrath of Echoes I think is a good card. The first time a friendly unit dies each turn, draw one. That's alright. And a Shen. So they're trying to address the supply issue, and seeing how rampant the QC issues are in terms of the fraying on the edges, like the cuts and stuff. I don't know if it's because the printing facilities are rushing to get more cards out, but I would expect them to at least focus on keeping the quality of any cards that we would sort of be for collectors, right? Your alternate arts, your overnumbered, epics even, and leader cards. I would really be trying to focus on making sure that our quality was good with those. The rest, the commons, young commons, I don't overly give a crap about in terms of QC, because it's really about getting cards in the hands of players. People aren't going to be ticked off by poor quality uncommons, at least in the beginning here, just trying to get cards. Maddened Marauder, Caitlin, ooh, Seal of Focus. Abilities that add resources cannot be reacted to. Pull rates seem super fair. Valuations of cards are a little all over the place, to be expected. This is release day after all. I am just botching this. I don't get to open boxes too often now. Hopefully change that so I get more singles in the store. Fiora. Not seeing many duplicates in the rare spot, which is awesome. It's funny, see people talk about the per pack price and compare it to, Pokemon, which booster box has 36 packs. And at the end of the day, I'm not sure per pack price is the best comparison, especially if you put more cards in a pack and you have higher hit rates and stuff. Let's go. Awesome. Jinx epic. Come on, focus. Gorgeous. The art, that's the one thing Riot and League have had going for them for a long time, is they have just unbelievable artwork. Catalogs of unbelievable artwork. And then with Arcane and stuff like that, it just lends itself so well to a card game. There's all this artwork they can already dip into for their TCGs. And artwork that's already sort of loved by people. Ooh, alt art, Kaisa. Damn, am I playing Kaisa? I've gotten 2 Kaisas in this box, and I got a Cathy and Rain from Elise. That's nuts. Can't complain about that, but I should probably put them in the store. People are going to be looking for them. So Kaisa's blue. Okay. I love how they've made epics feel like hits. hopefully that feeling lasts. It could be partly because this is just a new game, right? Like, we're not used to ripping Riftbound, right? So down the road, are we gonna get epics and be like, man, whatever, that's fine, whatever? Are we gonna get fatigued by them? Certainly it'll be interesting. Yeah, I don't mind ripping a box and getting 6 epics and 2 alt arts and potentially an overnumber. I feel like you're getting something for your money. Leona, Kiana, token sprite, cool. And they use a lot of their just the game artwork for these cards too, right? And having the alt arts is sometimes just skins. It's super easy for them to roll this out. I'm just going right through the uncommons because, oh, what is that? Oh, that rare legend. The legends look awesome, man. Yasuo, let's go. Solid box so far. I think we've got like 5-6 packs left. I don't know. So we're hoping for maybe 1 alt art and an epic or 2. Is that what we're looking for? I am a little scared, like, so they rushed to get a couple waves out before release to people, and even like our local store is saying they just got the shipment yesterday, so stuff might be trickling in over the next week or 2 for stores. But then my question is, what's after that, right? Because they've got that wave that they were sort of printing from the website pre-order when they did a second wave on the website. I'm not sure. There's an epic, Leona. Well, that's an alt. Let's go. 2 alt arts and an overnumber. I cannot complain, even if this alt art is probably not particularly valuable. I'm fired up, and I'm a donkey for putting my rares in my bulk pile. I'm usually more organized when I rip, but I don't rip on camera. But I've got to get used to it. It's effectively free content. Oh, look at that. It's just brutalized. How is this happening? Like, we got to make the packs tighter. So there's another potential QC issue. If there's enough room in the pack for the first card to like move up and get totally bent. I mean, it's a common, I get it, but like, come on. If it's that easy, what are we doing? So clearly some stuff that they have to learn with TCGs, and that's going to be a little trial and errors, which we can be forgiving with. Malzahar. I love Malzahar. So yeah, but I think overall, first set, it's like, oh my, brutal, man. The pull tab doesn't work if there's a bunch of room up top, and even when it feels like all the cards have moved to the bottom, like this front one hasn't, and I end up destroying it. Maybe I should use scissors. But yeah, first set, I would say it's largely a success. I know there's a lot of errata, and I think they're having to change language on cards. So haven't looked into seeing if like this wave will have different wording than their next wave. Yeah, the first pack is just getting stuck in the front, and then you pull tab it and you rip it to pieces. So we'll see, maybe these cards pre-errata end up being worth more in the long term. That's not an unusual occurrence. Oh, What do we got? Got an epic after Karthus. Nice. Choose a friendly unit in your base. Deal damage equal to its might to all enemy units at a battlefield, then move your unit there. Whew. Whew. That goes hard. I played Volley Bear at the Learn to Play against Jinx. They don't even all fit at the bottom. Yeah. I think they gotta do some tweaking with the packs. The bottom almost forces the cards to kind of go like that. And then you got a pull tab. So there'll be a lot of bent corners on commons, that's for sure. Bring Here Thunder Song. Volley Bear. Alright. What a stud. So I've got Jinx, I've got Volleys, I've got Kaisas. We are laughing. I don't expect any more hits. I think there's one pack left. So it'll kind of wrap up this. I hope I got through it quick enough and I wasn't paying enough attention to what the video looks like. So hopefully stuff's in focus for you. We'll do a quick recap. Overall, I think it's been a pretty positive release considering the environment. I am worried that there's not enough supply to hold people over the next 2 months. And then we might get some in the new year. I know they said maybe late December that next wave is gonna ship out. So we'll see. Both my LCS are sold out of Riftbound, and one didn't get any proving grounds. I think the other got 4 or 5. I managed to grab one for 35 Canadian, which I'm super excited about. So let's take a quick peek at what we got going on here, just so people understand. We've got Leona alts. So this was a good box. Duh. We got 2 alt arts, overnumbered, and an alt art rune. Like, if I complained about that, you should take me out behind the barn, probably, if I'm complaining about that. That's an unbelievable box. Super happy. Super fun to open. I do want to play the game more. I hear Pixelborn is back up and running. There's Tabletop Simulator. Hopefully my LGSs have some nights for playing. But we'll see. I'm genuinely curious on how easy it's going to be for people to get singles. Especially what are the decks that are good right now? Kaisa's one. I think E's supposed to be good. I think Jinx and Volley are okay. There's my epic, there's my Kaisa. Room. All right, almost got this sorted out for you. Yeah, I think we knocked it out of the park, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary. We've got our rares. Awesome legend cards, love them. Kaisa, champion unit. Jinx Epic Champion Unit. That's our first epic. Siphon Power. Seal of Focus. Invert Timelines. Stormbringer. Zenith Blade. 6 epics in the box, so I think that's probably the number. You want about 6 epics per box, which is what, 1 in 4 packs? Not bad. We've got our alt rune with non-optional frame, if that tickles your fancy. Alt art Kaisa, the Void. Not a huge fan of that skin, but super playable card, so it'll be somewhat desirable. Leona, alternate art. I'll have to check out what deck she might work with. And our Volibear, overnumbered. Not a signature, but that's okay. Signatures are 1 in 720 packs or something. Like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And the QC on this seems to be substantially better than... Very cool. The question is, do you sell it or do you grade it? So yeah, that's my Riftbound box. I got no other packs to open. If I do have more packs to open, I'll definitely do another video. Hoping to get some next week. Hopefully, we'll see. I think most of the stuff you see here is just going on my eBay store. Really focusing on getting singles out there to people that want them and build that side of the business. So, thanks for watching, if you watched, and let me know how your boxes went, if you're able to get product, and just your general thoughts about Riftbound so far. Peace.